I've installed a camera inside the browser. The camera is getting the DC power. I also connect the camera to this Wi-Fi. If you still didn't connect the camera to a Wi-Fi network, you can follow instruction to connect the camera to a Wi-Fi network. The camera need to know the Wi-Fi password so it can be online. And the second thing is I will recommend you to install the VMS software coming with the camera. It's free of charge. We can use this software to change the IP address or configure the bitrate. You can almost access all the settings from the camera. Okay, now let me record this full screen. This is the VMS software. I click the IP4 search. This is the camera. You can see that this is the IP address of the camera. We will need this IP address to connect the camera to the OBS Studio later. Now let's click Add. The status become connected. Let's move to the monitoring. This is the camera. Let me move the top of the roof. Now the camera is live. The second thing is let's install the OBS Studio. First, let's Google the OBS Studio and click the OBS Studio. This is the open source project. It's free, totally free. From here, we choose the version we want to install. We will go for the Mac version, Mac OS. I've installed the OBS Studio. It's quite simple. You just need to follow the instruction. Then it will complete the installation. Now let's turn on the OBS Studio. This is empty because we still didn't add the camera to the OBS Studio. Like what I mentioned, we will need to know the IP address and this comment. I will post this comment in the description below. Let me explain the comment we can use to get the live video from the camera. This is the IP address, like what we mentioned. It's using the RTS protocol, so we just need to care about this IP address. And the port 445 don't change. Username, you can keep the admin, you don't need to change. The only thing you need to know is about the password. If you have added the password to the camera, such like ABC123, etc., then you need to input the password after the password session. I didn't add any new password, so I'll leave it empty. There's no password with the camera at this moment. Just channel 1. That means that you only can use the channel 1. There's only one channel. The string, we use the 0. That means it's the main string, high definition string. If we choose to the 1, it will go for the standard resolution string. So I will leave it at 1. The rest, we don't just keep it there. So basically, we only need to change the IP address and the password if you have added the password. Otherwise, you just can copy everything to the OBS Studio. Now let's go to verify the password. The password is 0112, not 1, so I need to change the password 0112. Then I copy the full string. We'll need this later. From here, we click Add button and choose the media source. And we give a name to our media source, such like BirdBox camera. And click OK. Now we don't use the local file, we uncheck the local file. That's very important. We post the RTSP comment to this input field and click OK. Now we need to wait for a while because we set the delay. Okay, now we see in the camera. We can choose the range of the camera. We're getting the delays because we have set the delayed moment. So you see, I have real time on the VMS, but we're getting delayed. It doesn't matter because you just need to record the video. Okay, actually the recording quite simple. We just need to click the start recording. Then we wait. The OBS Studio is recording the camera now. And then we click the stop recording. We will save the file to the Mac. We need to go to the home direct folder. Then find the video. This is the video recording to the Mac. we need to use the VLC open source player to view the file. Now,
Okay.
this is the file I just recorded. You can hear my voice.
You just need to keep the sound recording.
It's quite simple. Like I mentioned from the beginning, why we introduced the OBS Studio. First, it's open source software. It's very nice, and more importantly, we can use this OBS Studio to live stream your video to YouTube. Then you can share the camera to everyone on internet. Alright, thanks for watching. In the next video, we will talk about how to use the OBS Studio to live stream the Burbox camera to YouTube. See you next time.